Just checking everything's working. It's alright, just checking, trying to make sure everything's on the laptop. Taking its time. Good morning everybody, I hope you're all very well. I'm coping well this week. Right, good morning, I hope you're all very well this week and that you've managed to spend some time for yourself, doing some breathing, just rolling the shoulders, taking a little breath. However it is that you give yourself self-care. It's really important at this time, no matter how busy you are, that you just take a few moments, even if it's just a couple of minutes for yourself, to take time for you. So this morning we're going to practice again on our zoning of our breath like we did last week. So if you feel more comfortable to lie down, you'll be very familiar, if you've been working with me before, placing the hands on different parts of the lungs to make yourself focus in on the breath. Today I'm going to be doing this seated up, and I'm going to be using my hands and my thumb direction to help me zone out. So I'm going to have my thumbs up. So what you're going to do is I'm going to take the hands and I'm going to put them over to the right, and this is when I'm going to be zoning deep down on these low parts of my lungs, the front, the side and the back. When I rotate my thumbs to face upwards, I'm going to be coming to the middle zone of my lungs. And then when I rotate my thumbs to they're facing inwards, this is when I'm going to really focus in on bringing in my breath up to these top lobes of the lungs, but really making sure you're filling them up really well. So do feel free to pop some relaxing music on and find yourself in a comfortable position, either lying down or seated. And just take a moment to feel the ground beneath you. Close the eyes and find yourself going in and in. This is a time for you. No coulds, no woulds, no shoulds, but a time for you. No other distractions. No rights, no wrongs, just finding out what feels good for you. And when you feel ready, just gently roll the shoulders, give the jaw a little bit of a wriggle. Start zoning the breath so it comes in through the nose and out through the mouth with a small sigh. Feel ready, placing the hands low down in your lungs, rotating the thumbs out, and start to breathe low down into the lungs, really deep, pull the air in low. Feel the abdomen swell and the back expand and contract as you exhale. Slow and deep. And on the exhale, you really want to think about letting the shoulders go, reducing tension. If the mind is going to places and thinking of things, just start counting the breath. Inhale in, exhale out. And As always, I want you to do this in your time. When you complete a breath cycle, either lift the hands up or rotate the thumbs to point upwards. And here we're going to zone into our middle section of our lungs. Feeling the chest expand and contract as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Calming the mind, calming the body. You are where you need to be right now. When you finish a breath cycle, either lift the hands up to the upper lobes of the lungs or rotate the thumbs into the middle. Breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. When you feel ready, just resting the hands open, taking a gentle mudra, whichever you feel. And just relax back into a natural breath, noting where the breath is going to in the body. Are you managing to get a full deep inhale, or are you zoning out in particular sections? No rush, no pressure, just what feels right for you. When you feel ready, drop the chin down to your chest on an exhale. Inhale, take the chin over to the shoulder. Exhale down. Inhale up. Just gently opening up and stretching the neck. Next time you come over to a side, stay there. Put the left ear or right ear down to the shoulder. You may pick it up, you can weight out the opposite arm. If you need to, you can place a gentle hand. Don't pull or yank, just gently aid the stretch. Or give a gentle massage on the neck. However you need to be, feeling good. When you're ready in your own time, exhale down and inhale over to the other shoulder. Again, you can take the ear over, weight out the opposite hand, stretch over as needed. Feeling that stretch. When you're ready, release, exhale, take the head down. You can interlink the fingers. Sitting up nice and straight, just add a little extra weight onto the back of the head, just to feel that stretch coming all the way down to the back. Inhale up. Sitting up nice and tall, we're going to plant one hand on the floor. Breathe in, take the other hand out, up and over the top. Push the hand on the floor, really push down as you stretch the other hand up and over. On your next inhale, take the hand over the top and behind, cross the other hand to the opposite knee, shine through the sternum and twist waist, chest, shoulders, neck and head. You're going to use the hand behind you to give you your lift and the hand on your knee to pull round a little bit further. When you're ready, inhale, lift up and come back. Take the other hand to the floor, breathe in as you reach out, up and over the top. And really ground down with the opposite side of the glute into the floor, really stretching out those intercostal muscles. On an inhale, take the hand up and behind you. Cross the other hand across the body, shine through the sternum as you twist waist, chest, shoulders, back. On an inhale, lift up and come back to centre. Stretching out your legs in front of you, give them a nice little bit of a wriggle to make sure you're feeling all eased out, get the blood supply back into the legs and the feet. And then when you're ready, cross one over and we're going to go for those ankle circles. Always very personal to you. You can circle them one way and then the other, or stretch and flex as you need. Maybe popping the fingers between the toes. But really finding out what feels good to you. When you're ready, you can pick up the leg and just gently rock into that hip joint, feeling that flexibility wherever you are, rocking it out. And we'll try the other side. So gently crossing the ankles over, and again, you might want to do something different with each foot. Find out what your body needs today. A little bit of self-care. When you're ready, rocking into that hip joint, just holding it further away, or you can cradle it close to the body. Find out what feels good for you. When you feel comfortable, we're going to straddle our legs, sitting up nice and tall or on a cushion or a book if you so wish. And imagine holding a big spoon, breathing in, coming down one leg, breathing out, circling round and in. Churning the mill or stirring the pudding, whichever you prefer. But trying to get a little bit further and lower. Remember, it's nose to toes, not nose to knees, to try and get that lovely length in the back. Breathing in as you go down, breathing out as you come round. When you feel ready, make them a little bit smaller, and then cross your thumbs in the opposite direction, the weird way, and just reverse coming the opposite direction. Lovely. And when you feel ready, just make the circles a little bit smaller. Lovely. Bring your legs in. We're going to be doing a bit of core work. We're going to be doing sort of opposites today. So we're going to be doing forward folds, back bends. Nothing crazy like a full wheel, but so we'll be looking at moving the spine forwards and backwards, exploring the positive, the negative, the light and the dark within our bodies as a help to try and balance our emotions today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to sit slightly sideways. We're going to take our feet forwards in front of us. Just take your hands to your knees or even just below, or just behind, onto the top of the back of the thighs. Rotate the shoulders up so you're lifting up the sternum, core really strong. Now there's lots of variations in this pose, which of course if you come to my classes you'll know about. So really play around with where you want to be and how your body is reacting. So nice and tall. Gently just start picking up one toe and then swapping for the other. And where we come to is up to us. So either picking up, you can go for both. If anyone wants to go crazy and straighten them up, feel free. I'll leave that up to your discretion. So feeling that core really lengthen, shoulders back and down. And then if you wish to take off your hands and really stretch out, that's again up to you. So play around with what level you're happy with. Feel free to upscale or downscale as much as you feel comfortable. So we're going to take this into a cross body and a twist as well. So really strengthening up the core and getting into the muscle on the side of the abdomen. So sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back, core strong. If you need to keep your feet on the ground, just do so. Just play around with where you want those toes to go. Nice and tall. Taking the hands out in front of you. Left hand to the right. And open into a twist. Breathe in deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Coming in. Opening out. And relax. Take a moment. Have a deep breath. When you feel ready, reset. Shoulders back and down. Core strong. Coming up to where you feel comfortable with the legs. Hands relaxed in front of us. Feel that core engage. Right hand to the left. And open. Inhale in. And exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, close the arms. Open. And relax. Give your core a little bit of a break there. You should be working quite hard. If not, try a little harder. Upscale a little. If it's hurting a bit too much, bring the feet down to the floor. When you're ready through it, going from one-sided twist to the other-sided twist. But if you need a break in the middle, feel free, as always. Nice and tall, shoulders back. Coming into your position that you feel comfortable with. Hands out in front. Inhale, cross over. Exhale, open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, close. Open up. If you feel ready, take a break, otherwise cross over and open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Close. Open. And relax. Whew. That should have got into that core quite nicely. So if you need to just take a little archway back just to release those muscles, do so. Take a deep breath in and out. Now, to counter and alternate that stretch, we're going to come into a forward roll. Not gymnastics. Don't panic. What I'm going to ask you to do is just hug your knees up and in, wherever they feel comfortable. Now, this is a very neutral pose. You're going to try and arch forward as much as possible, and you really want to get a lovely C stretch in that spine. So let the head hang heavy, let the back open up as much as possible. This is a really good pose for lower back pain, actually also for upper back pain. So just really let that spine open and stretch. Let the head hang heavy. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, locate any tension. Exhale, try and release. It's important to take your time with these sorts of poses. Often the longer you spend into it, the more you realise how much you've been holding on. So to really nourish the body and to let it come back to how it needs to be. When you feel ready, release up. We're going to come and lie on our stomachs on the ground just to get the alternative archway into the body. So lying down when you're ready, and then gently rocking the hips from side to side. Release the tension, as much tension as you can. Just let the face relax down. And when you feel ready, we're going to try not to use our hands, we're going to try and use our back positions into this. So when you feel ready, rotate, lift up the shoulders, try and keep the gaze forwards in front using your back muscles to lift up. When you feel ready, exhale down, rock out the hips. Again, when you feel ready, draw the shoulder blades back. Again, you can have your hands down. I'm just trying to emphasise that you're not meant to be pushing into the ground here. And exhale, release. If you want a little bit more, bring the hands towards the face, draw the shoulder blades back. If you want to come into Sphinx, push the hands into the ground and rotate, pop the elbows in. And gently here, you want to be looking forwards, rocking the hips from side to side, keeping that lower back free from tension. Really enjoy this pose. This is our chillax pose. Think of the teenagers just on their iPads, or even you. Just relaxing, enjoying that little archway. To come out, press the hands into the floor, lift out the elbows, come down and relax. If you want to stay with just coming up or into Sphinx, feel free. If you want to come out a little bit higher, up to Cobra, draw the hands down, the shoulders, again, lift up, use the back muscles as high as you can, then put the hands onto the ground, push up a little bit further. If that's just up to here, that's great. Come up to where you feel comfortable, but keeping those shoulders coming away from the ears. Don't dump into them. Breathe in and out. And when you feel ready, relax back down. And we're going to counter this back bend with a lovely child's pose. So just bring your knees under, widen them, and just settle down into child's. And here, this is your completely relaxing pose. Let it go. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. When you feel ready, we're going to come back up into tabletop and we're going to do a few cat-cow poses. So bring the hands below the shoulders, the knees below the hips. Breathe in, drop the lower back, lift up the head. As you breathe out, start tucking the tailbone under and arching the back. So just mobilising the spine. If you want something a little bit more dynamic, take the hands forward. You can take this into a cat-cow roll. Or even do it sideways round. However it is that you feel comfortable. When you feel comfortable, we're going to tuck our toes underneath and we're going to come up through to a downward dog. So tuck the toes under, lift up the knees and send the glutes up to the sky. Now here you really want to be pedaling out your heels to the floor. You can twist into this. And then walk your feet up towards your hands. Take hold of your elbows and rock gently from side to side. Let that lower back relax. And then when you're ready, very slowly coming up to mountain. Whew. Feel like I've done quite a lot already. We've only just stood up. My goodness me. So we're going to do a little bit more loosening up the spine. So we're going to be breathing in, taking the hands up. As we breathe out, we're going to be diving forwards. We're going to be inhaling up to a flat back position or an inverted L. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rolling up. So when you feel comfortable, get your legs either together or hip width apart. Breathing in, taking the hands out and up. Breathe out. Dive forwards. Inhale, flat back, inverted L. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, soften the knees and come all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment for a breath cycle. In, pause. Out, pause. Breathing in, taking the hands up. Little bit of a back bend here. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, swoop up. Little bit of a back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do one more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees. Inhale all the way up. And hands to heart. And relax. Lovely. We're going to take this to a little bit of a balance, a little bit of a hip opener. So when you feel ready, find yourself in a comfortable position and we're just going to feel where our weight goes. So just practice rocking forwards, feel the core grip as it pulls you back, and the same thing when you go backwards. So just come forwards and backwards, not very far, side to side. If you want to try and make it into a circle, and here you really want to be pulling up your pelvic floor, keeping the core engaged. If you're finding it really easy, take a long, slow blink, or even just close your eyes and feel how much harder you have to balance. Now when we think about balancing on our feet, you either want to have one of two images, whichever you prefer. One is sort of a wonky rectangle, or trapezium if you wish, with equal points on the outside underneath the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and either two on the heel or one on the heel. Make it either into a triangle or trapezium. It's completely up to you. But you want to feel your weight evenly balanced. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to describe it on my left. I can't work out which you're going to be seeing. But I'm going to zone in. I'm going to put my weight on my left leg. And I'm going to start picking up my right knee. If you want to grab onto a chair or a stool, mantelpiece, whatever it is you need, just picking up the right leg. We're just going to hold the knee here, roll the shoulders up. You'll probably want to flex the right foot, the one that's in the air. This just helps engage the muscles a little bit more. Feeling the balance. Inhale, exhale. If you need to pop your leg down at any point, just do so and come back when you're ready. Then breathe out. If you want to, you can take hold of it with the opposite hand. So my right leg is in the air, I'm going to hold it with my left, and I'm going to try and twist open to my right. Again, keep that foot flexed, and that will help you. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back. Yeah, I fell over there. But hey, lives, we can't control it, right? Rolling the shoulders. Feeling the weight evenly balanced. Gently try and pick up the other leg. Again, flex that foot and hold on to it. Inhale, exhale. Feel the balance, feel the weight in the standing leg engage. Take hold of the knee in the opposite hand and open up and twist. We all have to cope with balance issues. Inhale and exhale. When you feel ready, coming back and release. Lovely. We're going going to try and take this up a little bit if you want to keep the knee bent. Again, feel free if you prefer to use a belt. I didn't actually bring one right next to me, so I'm going to try and do it without. I'm going to try and extend the leg, but if you prefer to keep it bent, always feel free. Feel the balance, core strong, pelvic floor lifted, lifting up the knee. If you like to extend the foot, keep the foot flexed, take hold of the opposite, and open. Remember the grounding foot, you want to keep it well balanced, a micro bend in the knee, that will help you with your balance. Remember to grip the floor with those toes on the standing leg as well, and that should all help. And relax. Or fall out. If you're watching me, you witnessed that. Coming back up. Micro bend in the legs. Feel the balance. Picking up the other leg, flex the foot. Stretch the leg out if you will, nice and tall. And twist in the opposite direction. Lovely. Coming back and put the leg down. Lovely, well done. We're going to come down to the floor. I'm going to come into pigeon pose here. Now pigeon pose is like the 4-angle stretch. So if you prefer to lie on your back, cross your leg over, reach through and pull it through. I'll demonstrate that in a moment. Otherwise, feel free to come through downward dog. I'll try and go through both options. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathe out, forward fold. And then take the hands to the floor, knee back. If you're going to come into full pigeon, feel free to stay. I'm just going to demonstrate the 4-angle stretch on the floor for anyone who wants to. You lie back, you cross your leg over, you reach through to the bent leg and pull it up into the chest. You hold it here, you pull the leg in as much as you can to get that stretch all the way down the back of the leg. For those of you who fancy full pigeon, on your hands and knees, come up into downward dog, pick up the left leg, and when you feel ready, come forward into a one-legged plank, bring the leg forward and across. Now if you want a cushion to put underneath your glute, or a block, or a book, whatever it is, that can just make this pose a little bit more comfortable. Now from here, if you want to bring this leg forwards, try not to pick it up and yank, just wriggle further back and it should come round. And this is a lovely passive stretch, so just gently work your way forward onto your forearms and really let go. This is a real let go pose. Inhale and exhale. Now these are really big muscles, so we're going to stay for a few breaths here, breathing in and breathing out. When you feel you've gone as far as you can, breathe in and exhale, try to let go just that little bit more. There's usually a bit more that we can give up and relax. When you feel ready, you can come up. If you want a little bit of a back bend, just sit up nice and tall, lift up. Otherwise, come on out. However you choose to come out is up to you. You might just want to sit and swivel round. However you're going to do it, come and meet me back in downward dog. Stretch out, ease out those legs. Picking up the other leg. Zooming forwards into plank, knee to the elbow. Bring your foot across. And again here, it's all about the letting go. Letting go of any tension, any thoughts, any feelings that do not serve you. Breathe in, elocate, breathe out, release. When you feel ready, just lean to one side, bring the leg around, and we're going to come and lie down on our backs for our recline twists. So when you're ready, you can either pop some socks or a blanket on, but come and lie down on the floor. Knees bent, shoulders relaxed. Breathe in, and on an exhale, drop the knees over to one side. Again, a completely passive twist. So when you think you've located any tension on the inhale, the exhale, try to release it. When you are ready, on an inhale, lift up the knees, and on an exhale, bring them to the other side. Let the whole body relax. When you feel ready, on an inhale, lift up the knees. Exhale them and take a variation with the top leg, either stretching the heel away, bringing the knee up and pulling over, or just stepping over the knee. Whichever one feels good and right for your body today. Again, as you breathe in, locate tension. Exhale, release. Really enjoy the sensation of the floor being the doctor. Any tension you have, the floor can take it away. Releasing the top leg when you're ready. Inhale up the knees. And exhale to the other side. Stretch out the leg, or step it over, or hold the knee. Your time to relax. Just enjoy the twist. As you go through it, just check your toes aren't clenched and your fingers aren't clenched and that your jaw isn't clenched. When you feel ready, release the leg and settle down into your Shavasana. Covering up with a blanket, just relaxing into it, into any pose you feel comfortable and safe in. sometimes we pretend to ourselves that we are waiting for someone or something. That when someone or something comes into our lives, that then we can be happy. Always waiting for that perfect time or that perfect moment. But the truth is that happiness is here, right now, within you. Not perfectly perfect all the time. It's unachievable. But the perfectly imperfect. The truth is our happiness here. And we don't really want anything to change. Neither us nor our circumstances. For with all that we want to run from, there is also much that we do not wish to end. For it is like that in the dualistic world. Yin, yang, light, dark, forward, backward. In the dually balanced world, everything comes hand in hand, twined, grouped in the perfectly imperfect world, finding the joy in the everyday.